Hi there, I'm Arjun. I hope you guys are doing great. Today I'm going to be talking about how to learn a new skill. And I believe there isn't any need to say how important learning a skill is. Because we know the fact that we live in an era where skills are inevitable. Because if you really want to get into biggest companies in the world, actually they don't want to see your degree certificates, right? What they really want is that your skills. If you have the required skill, definitely you can get into those companies. There is no room for doubt about it. So skills are that much important. But the question is that how can I learn a new skill? Is there any secret behind it? Is there any method that I can go after? You might have a lot of doubts like this. Today I have 3 methods that you can go after in order to develop a new skill. I hope it helps. So without a further ado, let's dig in. Actually, I've seen a lot that people tend to complain about their present circumstances. If they can't accomplish their dreams, for an example, they might say, I don't have the appropriate circumstances, I don't have enough money, and that is the exact reason why I can't accomplish my dreams. They might say like this. But the thing that we have to understand is that when we say these sort of things, actually we program ourselves. Right? When you say you are not at all good enough, you program yourself. Because your subconscious mind does not have any idea about what is real and what is not. So when you say you are not good enough, your subconscious mind believes you are not good enough. And eventually it will be your future. So be wary of each and everything that you tend to say, because it can create your future. So the thing that we can do is that we have to have a positive mindset. When we have that positive mindset, we can face up to all sort of challenges we cope with in our life, because we know the fact that we live in a world where we have to face up against a lot of problems, a lot of challenges. So if we have a positive mindset, we can go through all sort of challenges we cope with, and eventually we can get into where we really want to get into. It's rather important stuff. So this is the first step that we can take. So that you have taken the first step, now you are really positive. But the question is, can I develop a new skill only with a positive mindset? No, absolutely you can't. That is only a first step. So the second thing is that perseverance. Perseverance is absolutely indispensable. Because you might have learned a lot about your brain, right? I mean, human brain. We know human brain is the central organ of human nerve system. It has got almost 500 billion neurons, and neurons communicate each other through a space called synapse. We've learned a lot of stuff like this. Have you learned about neuroplasticity? Neuroplasticity is the greatest possibility that everybody has got. It means you can change your brain. You can change your brain through constant practice and training. When you focus on a particular skill or a particular activity, the most important project, actually you change your brain. You create a new neural pathway around that skill. And the more you practice, it gets more stronger. So this is how you learn new skill, right? You start learning a new skill and you persist in it. And the more you practice, that neural pathway gets more stronger, and eventually you can be a master of it, right? And the most fascinating thing about neuroplasticity is that it can be your best friend as well as your worst enemy, because it has got positive feedback loop as well as negative feedback loop. What does that mean? Positive feedback loop means you focus on a positive activity, for instance. You focus on a skill learning. And you practice that particular skill every day. You set aside your maximum time for it. You do whatever you can do in order to learn that particular skill. And eventually you will get a positive result, right? You will be a master of that particular activity. That is the positive feedback loop. Whereas the negative feedback loop means you have a bad habit, for instance, and you focus on that bad habit and you do that particular activity time and time again. You don't even want to go outside. You feel guilty about it. You will get a negative result, that is negative feedback loops. So you can bring forth enormous positive results when you focus on a positive activity, because you create a new neural pathway around that particular positive activity, whatever you do. So this is the possibility that I'm talking about. This is how you learn new skill, right? So whenever you learn a new skill, when you start learning a new skill, the thing that you have to understand is that, yeah, I'm going to persist in it. I'm going to do this particular activity as much as possible in order to be a master of it. If you have that perseverance, definitely you can be a master of it, because your brain is plastic. You try to change your brain. You try to create a new neural pathway around that particular skill in order to become a master of it. So this is the second step. You must have perseverance in it. If you have perseverance, definitely you can create masterpiece work. You can be a master of that particular skill. I mean, the skill that you really want to develop, the thing that you are after. The next question is that, how can I be more productive? What are the things that I got to do in order to be more productive? I would say in order to be more productive, you got to find out your true calling and explore your flow state. Have you heard about flow state? Flow state is the mental state where you only focus on one thing. You don't even want anything else in the world. You only focus on that particular activity, I mean the activity you do. This is the state where people create their masterpiece work. This is the state where you can be more productive. But as I told you, in order to be in your flow state, you got to find out your true calling, the thing that you do love doing. Then you can explore your flow state. Because human brain can only perceive 110 bits of information per second. When you are in your flow state, the action you do or the activity you do takes up 110 bits of attention. So you only focus on that particular activity. You don't even want to have food. You don't even want to pay attention to your basic needs. You don't even understand what's going around you. You just focus on it. So this is the state where you can be more productive, as I've already told you. It's really important stuff. So these are the three methods that I really want to get across to you. Because when you try to learn a new skill, all these are absolutely important. You must have a positive mindset in order to go through all sort of negative steps toward your journey. And the second one is, you must persist in it. You must persist in it in order to change your brain and attain your dreams, develop that particular skill. And the third one is that you have to explore your flow state in order to be a master of it, right? So I believe it helps. So try to learn new skills, try to refine the skill that you've already had, because the bottom line is that we all are genius. We all have genius mindset within us. It's our responsibility to bring forth that genius person. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I invite you to subscribe to my channel for more useful content. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.